The Prophet Muhammad said, "Delay in repaying a debt by a wealthy person is an act of injustice." Sahih al-Bukhari. In another narration, the Prophet said, "The soul of a believer remains suspended until his debt is paid." Tirmidhi. Meanings. 1. Debt must be returned on time. The first and clearest meaning is that repaying a loan is a responsibility. In Islam, if a person has the ability to pay but delays intentionally, it becomes a form of oppression, zulm. Islam teaches punctuality and honesty in fulfilling financial promises. 2. Debt is a serious matter in the sight of Allah. The Prophet mentioned that a believer's soul remains suspended after death until the debt is repaid. This shows that debt is not a small matter. It affects a person in the hereafter as well. 3. Borrow only when necessary. Islam does not forbid borrowing but encourages responsibility. One should not take loans for unnecessary desires. The Hadith teaches Muslims to live within their means and avoid falling into avoidable debt. 4. Lenders' rights must be respected. The one who gave the loan trusted the borrower. If the borrower delays repayment without reason, he violates trust and harms another Muslim. In Islam, harming another person is forbidden. Explanation. Debt in Islam carries both social and spiritual responsibility. The Prophet Muhammad always encouraged believers to be trustworthy, honest and fair in their financial matters. Debt is not considered sinful by itself, but delaying repayment when one has the ability is strongly condemned. In the first hadith, the Prophet calls unnecessary delay an injustice. In Islam, injustice means harming another person's rights. When someone borrows money and refuses to repay on time despite having the means, he causes financial harm and emotional stress to the lender. The Hadith also teaches that debt is not only a worldly matter but also connected to the hereafter. The Prophet said that the soul of the believer remains suspended until his debts are settled. This powerful statement shows that fulfilling financial commitments is so important that it affects one's spiritual journey after death. Islam emphasizes that a believer must leave the world with a clean heart and clean record. Another lesson from this hadith is the importance of responsible borrowing. A Muslim should not take loans for show-off, luxury, or desires. Instead, he should borrow only when absolutely necessary. At the same time, the lender should show kindness and mercy. If the debtor genuinely cannot pay, the lender is encouraged to extend the time or even forgive the debt. Allah promises great reward for those who forgive others. Furthermore, Islam teaches the importance of clear agreements. The Quran instructs believers to write down debts and have witnesses. The Hadith supports this teaching by highlighting the seriousness of debt. Writing prevents disputes and ensures fairness.